Just continue.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to all present here at this insightful and future driven session organized by the institution's Innovation Council, IIC, in collaboration with IQAC, Shyam Lal College, Delhi University. Today's workshop, titled AI and 4.0 Tools for Innovators and Entrepreneurs, reflects the spirit of innovation and the transformative power of emerging technologies. This session will now open doors for learning of students, educators, innovators, and aspiring entrepreneurs. To begin this event on an auspicious note, let us invoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, knowledge, and creativity. I request everyone to please join in for the Saraswati Vandana, followed by the Delhi University Kulgeet. Thank you, sir.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीमभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थिता वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम सकल वसुधा निज कुटुंब की भावना संस्कृति सनातन आधुनिक शिक्षा पुरातन ज्ञान धाराओं का संगम
देश की स्वाधीनता हित भूमिका शतकोटि वंदन
निष्ठा धृति सत्यम के मंगल दिव्य भावों का समागम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
भव्य महाविद्यालयों के परिसरों से चिर सुशोभित श्रेष्ठ गुरुजन कर रहे नित्य छात्र और छात्राएं दीक्षित
सदचरित्राचार पावन साधना संकल्प संयम
नवल वैश्विक चेतना नव क्रांति संस्कारों का उद्गम जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
श्रेष्ठ सुंदर दिव्य दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय विहंगम
जयति जय जय जयति जय जय ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम
ज्ञान का अनुपम।
ज्ञान का आलोक अनुपम।
Thank you, everyone. It is my honor to and privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed dignitaries who are present with us today, starting with Professor Nabir Rankar, sir, our respected principal, sir, Professor Kusha Tiwari, ma'am, Director of IQAC, Dr. Saubhagyalakshmi Singh, ma'am, our IIC convener, Dr. Pranav Das, sir, and Dr. Nidhi Jan, ma'am, our faculty coordinators, all respected faculty members, and our enthusiastic student participants. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Now comes the most awaited part of today's workshop, the expert session by distinguished academician and artificial intelligence professional. We are deeply honored to have with us Professor Satyajee Srivastava, a highly accomplished teacher, researcher, and AI practitioner with over 22 years of teaching and industry experience. Professor Srivastava, sir, received his PhD in computer science and is widely recognized as an active machine learning researcher and artificial intelligence developer. His remarkable professional journey includes 12 authored books, 30 patents, 3 copyrights, 100 research articles published in reputed journals. He has significantly contributed to the advancement of data science education and regularly teaches specialized courses while maintaining a valuable resources for aspiring data scientists. Professor Satyajee Srivastava sir is currently serving as a professor at the School of Engineering and Technology, SET, Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, MRIIRS, Faridabad, Haryana, previously known as MRIU. Today, he will guide us through the transformative AI and 4.0 tools that empower innovators and entrepreneurs to build the future. Please join in me welcoming our esteemed speaker, Professor Satyajee Srivastava, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected all present dignitaries and dear participants, a very good morning to all of you. Today, it's my proud privilege to say something and present about the subjects, a workshop on AI and 14.0 tools for innovators and entrepreneurs. Before I start with, I wish to just refer to Mahabharata and Ramayana, where the concepts of Puspak Viman of Ravana, Brahmastra of Lord Rama, Sanjay, who could show the complete war live in a blind person, King Dhritarashtra, and many more. Can we imagine the development, research, advancement, nature of that time? Now we claim as we are great in research and development. Of course, we are ahead in comparison to the primitive society. Today I am here with the topic AI and 14.0 tools for innovators and entrepreneurs, its working benefit, loss, boon and curse, etc. Now, with reference to the topic discussed, I am starting my presentation. Kindly go to the slides, please. Today we are discussing this introductions to AI and 14.0 industry 4.0 overviews, the fourth industrial revolutions. These are all the contents that today we are discussing with you, all of you. The application in industry, tools and technologies, case studies, and hands-on sessions. If we have a time that practical experience with AI and industry 4.0 and tools. Fine. Exploring the fundamental concepts of this artificial intelligence AI industry 4.0, we are able to understand the distinct characteristics which are used nowadays in the form of technologies which we are reshaping these things. And all of you are aware this is an era of AI in which we are considering this concepts of narrow AI, generative AI, and super AI. If we are talking about this narrow AI, we already doing these things in the earlier days in the minds that the humans are going on, like image recognitions and playing chess. If you remember in the childhood, all of you are using this memory card memorizations. You have to mix, match, and everything on a single platform. Now it is converted to in the form of, now this human intelligence and cognitive functions are converted in the form of artificial intelligence, uh, and where the our agents are doing this, how to learn and make the decisions, and how the humans are doing. So these are the main characteristics. Now we are going for this generative AI. If we have some hypothetical concepts and we want to make these things from this AI tools, then we use this generative AI by using some prompt engineerings that are doing on that fine. We have to write some text, and based on this text and the prompt questions, we are able to do certain tasks. Now, again, we are moving to this super AI. This is the intelligence where all aspects are still theoretical, like, for example, the humans are flying with some tools. So these are the super AI where we are going for the next concepts. Fine. Now, this the AI spectrums, what they are trained from reactive to the self-aware. Fine. The reactive machines are across some compilation and potentially of some self-aware awareness, like how the reactive machines are doing. For example, the IBM are use this blue class chess AI, and even the online classes are to be conducted based on the notes, and this the providers these things. Now the second point is the limited memory, where more current capability from prior to this decisions, that is self-driving cars, that is already implemented by this Tesco's and these things. Now the third is the theory of mind, where we are concepts based on the emotions, belief, and intentions. Now there is a very big question right now days, whether the students are using this AI tools for making the notes. Now this is not the case, is that even you are able to understand what the concepts are going on from one point to the another, that you have to define the concepts. If you are eagerly know what to do the next step, then you have to use this AI tools. Otherwise, the basic concepts are to be aware. We aware the self-awareness in many cases, like consciousness and self-awareness, cognitive science, fictions, etc. For example, earlier days, what our grandmother and all of them are, what they are telling a story, and based on the story, we are imagining the things, like these things are to be occur in the earlier days. What the Rama is doing, what the Krishna is doing, we are, this is the theory of imaginations, fine. But now these imaginations are going to a prompt. You have to write certain prompts. You have to write certain prompts for defining the basic things that are occurred accordingly. Fine. So these are these four concepts of this spectrum. We have to understand reactive machines, limited memories, and theory of mind and self-awareness. Right? The humans can never go for these things. Fine. Now, if we are going for the basic concepts of this machine learning, all of you are almost the 3 and 4, all of you understand what is the supervised learning, reinforcement learning, and unsupervised learning. These are the models that we will build by defining first the problem statement. Problem statement means what? For example, we are here and you, all of you are interested for making uh, animated videos which can include certain things. Then we have to use certain AI that is called the whispers tools, where you have to define the problem statement. And problem statement, what they are doing, they can collect all the data. So these are the machine learning models, but when we are using for this generative AI, these statements are to be written for what is the problem statement, where you have to collect this data. These things are to be done by our AI tools, and your exploited data analysis is already done. But the main problem is that, is it feasible nowadays? Because they are giving brief points that it should be a imaginary concept, because you never run uh, a car on this the roads of Aligarh or Kanpur and those things. So this is the main platform. We are unable to go these things. Fine. So this is the basic concept. Before learning this AI learning engines, we have to understand this machine learning models, that is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. And these are the steps and these are the models that we have to do, starting from problem statement, data collection, data cleaning. Then we move to features engineering. Then we move to data modeling, and then we go for the optimization and deployment. But what the generative AI and AI tools are doing, they directly give you the optimization and deployment based on the data that are available on the internet. Fine. So these are the models that we have to understand one by one. Fine. If we understand this supervised learning, so it is learning from the label data. And here the mainly we are considering the two issues, that is classifications and regressions. Fine. So classifications means what? We have to define this in the form of categories. All of you are, this is the basics example, all of you are understand that how to identify if this mail is spam or not spam. In that cases, we have to use the supervised learning, and based on this, we have to apply many common algorithm are to given, which give a very big insights, and the result that is based on logistic regression, random forest, and support vector machines. These are the keywords that models that you have to use at that time. But all these things have been done through these agents, AI agents. Now, for numerical value, what we have to do? For example, we have to forecasting house predictions, weather predictions, and location algorithm. We have to go for regression. So these are the two model techniques that we are using in these things. Here we aware both the input and the output that we have to models to the mapping functions. These are the main concepts regarding this supervised learning. When we are moving to this unsupervised learning, here we are unable to, these are all this unlabeled data. This outcome is not known to you based on the different types of inputs, that if it is matches to this, for example, we are able to identify uh, this pet animal. For example, this cat and dogs, how we are able to identify, we are not unable to, we have to add all these features, and based on certain algorithm that are already with k-means and devious scans, we have to go for this diverse structures for grouping elements in the prior guidance. Means the unlabeled data here we are using for these concepts. These are called the hidden patterns are to be identified through unsupervised learning, and the applications of these things you can use by the component of PCA analysis, and even for identification, and this is called the clustering algorithms are to be used here for these things, and you can reduce the data with the help of PCA, LDCA, CSA. Many things are there where you can use for dimensional reductions things. If we are moving towards the concepts of this semi-supervised learning and unsupervised learning, what we have to do in these concepts, here we already understand semi-supervised learning means what? We have to understand both the concepts of supervised and unsupervised. Certain data are to be taken from these things, and a small amount of labeled data combined with a large amount of unlabeled data during training. And these things are it is really it is a time consuming. So this won't we go for this thing, then we go for the self supervised learning. Here what we have to do, we have to contact the input data by solving a small task based on some annotations, that is, for example, enabling potential models and simply the manual efforts in data preparations. Fine. So these are the concepts that we are using for, this is the third type of models that we are using in machine learning. Now when we are moving to the reinforcement learning, these are also called, these are also called the award and the punishments, these things. Here we understand this reinforcement learning based on the behavioral psychology, where the agents learns to make decision by performing actions. Now all of you aware that this Alexa and Rufus that is available is Amazon. What we are doing, they are assigning our earlier preferences, and based on the earlier preferences, the agents are giving you the previous solution that whatever you're doing. Means the data are totally where you have liked these things or where you have not, all the decisions are made by these performing models where you are in environments and receiving. What they are doing, they are concepts of only the four components: agent, environment, action, and rewards. What the agents are doing, they interact, the decisions maker interact with the environments. For example, you are interacting with the Amazon or some Flipkarts or some other this business business websites where you are buying some things. Now the environments are already there, and based on this agents operates the environment, and they will give you the action and the rewards, whether they are liked by the certain peoples or not liked by the certain peoples. Here we go for these things. The famous examples is Google's AlphaGo, and already I told you Rufus you can use it, or when you are going for these admissions inquiries, again you can use NIA or something else. So these are the main concepts that are doing at that time for the research. This is also called learning by trial and error. Nowadays, these are the most important. This reinforcement learning are used for the broadcastings and these things for the learner, decision makers, and for identifying this optimal behavior based on the feedback of the agents. Now, the foremost is called the deep learning, the power of neural network. Here we are adding one another layers for identifying utilize multi-layer artificial neural network where we have to use the CNN and all those things, and the computers we just come in the market because they are working on multi-layer networks, and all the human brain inspiration means whatever the things that your thoughts. Now the lots of works are going on these areas for all in the health sectors, and for identifying emotional intelligence, and everywhere it is used for this because it requires big data and power, and it are able to solve certain complex classes also, that the tasks are to be identified based on these things. So these are the power of neural network where we have to utilize multi-layered artificial these things, and these are based on the structures of that is called neurons. So how the neurons are working in the same way we depreciate this human brain in this AI agents. So these are the most powerful deep learning we are going through, and the backbone of deep learning is neural network. Here all the things are transformed in the form of signals, fine, and the main common types we are using is CNN uh, for image processing, and RNN for sequential data like text and speech. uh, for RNN we are using main for the this handwritten concepts or the sign language we are using in this these things. For the conventional neural network, all this driverless car or something else, that how to find the hidden these things, we have to go for this. And the deep neural network features include hidden layers, allowing advanced hierarchical features like enabling them to understand intrinsic behaviors. So you will here find that there is only input and output, but there are many constraints are to identify for proceeding this to the output layer. Those are called hidden layers, where complex computations and feature extractions are to be done at that side. So the here when we are moving to this neural network, there are certain technologies that are used, that is called feed forward network, and conventional neural network, where the this conventional layers, pooling layers, all are done there. And the CNN excel with grid-like data such as image 2D, video 2D, and these relations are crucial at that moments. And for this, the key applications we are mainly used for facial recognition system. Now everywhere we are using this facial recognition system, and the biggest is our this Aadhaar card and these things, where we have to identify from the starting to these things. In the UPI payments, we are using this the concepts of this without the medical image analysis, and these eyes are autonomous vehicles. So these are the main core area where conventional neural networks are doing in a certain steps. Now, the other method is called RNN, that already I have spoke regarding this, where we have to take the data, sequential data, that text, speech, and time series. Here, what we are doing, where we are using these two variants, that is the LSTM, that is called long short-term memories, and GRU, gated recruitment units, which will overcome the long-term deficiency. It is mainly for transformation. For examples, speech recognitions by the virtual assistant, and they will provide accurate forecast times in series analysis. Now, if you use this Alexa, the same will be, they are matching their this annotations language, and based on this, you are able to do this enabling this retain informations from previous inputs and influencing the current output. And here, the order of informations always matters. So these are this recruitment, these are the models that we are discussing how they are using. And when you are going for this natural language processing, what we have to do? First, we have to go for the text analysis. discover this enabling computers to understand and generate human language, and machine translations breaking language barriers based on these tokens, and tokenizers are doing these tokens and transfer to the chatbots and virtual assistants, which make the human computer interactions very proficiently by machine translation and text summarizations. And they can also do sentiment analysis also. For example, if someone are in this chatbots, they are using some abused language or something else, they can reply accordingly and they can process this. So first of all, in NLP, the computers are assigned to understand what the humans are trying to generate this the concepts. So these are the main concepts regarding this natural language processing. And if we are talking about the components, so there are mainly we go for this natural language generations and linguistics layers. Fine. And the key NLP technique is starting from uh, deselect, analyze, and construct language, and enabling machines to perform complex linguistic tasks, starting from text processing, syntax parsing, semantic analysis, discourse and pragmatics, and language generators. So, for example, you have to reducing the words to the root form. For example, someone type a text like "Hello, how are you?" And even when we are going, then it is the correct one. But someone write like "Hello, uh, may I you?" So then these syntaxes are to be removable by filtering common words. And based on these common words, we go for syntax parsing. And syntax parsing means what? We have to identify proper nouns. Means you have to replace this he, she, and these things. And it will make a word sense, determining the word sense in the base of this concepts of this context. Now, after understanding the semantic analysis, we have to go for this nouns to a nouns, because there are some nonsense contains like this in the corrections. And then the finally after removing this, going for this all four steps, starting from text processing to syntax parsing and semantic analysis, discourse, and we are go for the language generations. Now this is the these we are giving us summarized documents and power interactive chatbots, which we are using nowadays based on the things that are needed at that time. Fine. Now we are going to the most important, the other industry 4.0, the four industrial revolutions. So let's understand what is this industrial 4.0. Fine. So it is an integration of digital and physical system, uh, where we are able to going for creations of intelligent and interconnected factories nowadays. The main concepts, the first introduced by Hanover Fair in 2011, and these are the significant waves in industrial evolutions, transforming how industry operates and innovates. If you know that the first industrial revolutions occurs in Italy in the 1880s, where we are only working for mechanization, steams, fine, where we are going for the steam powered and mechanical productions, where all the steam engines and all those things. Now we have integrated with the mass productions of electricity. Means the second revolution is where electricities are assembled with these things. The third, when we are moving to this, the third is automation, computers, where automations and manufacturing process are going on a very drastic manners. And finally, Industry 4.0, what we are doing, we include all these three components, and now the cyber physical systems are introduced to how to handle the securities and everything in the form of IoTs and autonomous operations. So these are the Industry 4.0, starting from this mechanizations to cyber physical system. Now, when we are going for this internet IoT, the first key technologies that are using in this 4.0, and they are exchanging the data between the machine, sensor, and devices. Okay, so all of you know this for storing purpose, as, PaaS, SaaS, all these are the services that are provided in this thing, the Internet of Things. This Internet as a services we are using, in platform as a services we are using. So all these things are for connecting with the clouds as well as the sensors. So this is the IoT is the mainly the exchange of data within the machine and sensors. For example, all of you are doing this in the projects, this minor projects. All of them are making this dustbin collections, smart shoes, and the baskets analysis, even for the water purifiers. So they are making a sample of the simulation tools that are enabling real monitoring tools. Even if you remember this in COVID, many devices are to be built based on the sensors, how to measuring the temperatures and all those things, and all are aligned with the real monitoring devices. Uh, so these are the first technologies that we are using industry 4.0, that is internet of things. Now the second if you are going for the second one, this is the robotics and system integrations, right? If we are using the collaborative robots, then they are called cobots, because all the manufacturing industries are using for the logistic these things for collaborative, for reducing this precision and boosting overall productivity. And main cobots are designed to safely assist humans, and the repetitive tasks, the high predictive tasks which are free for worker mole and creative rules. And now these things are to be already generated, whether we are going for unemployment for this doing robotic assistant. No, they are giving a time complexity based on this, because the guidance are always with the humans. It also is increase efficiency, uh, because a human can do or organize a task that requires some much more time. This that the efficiency and this robotic system integrations are the counterpart to working alongside with the humans. So, and it will also with the AI powered inspections also, because they are giving the super quality control in the form of speed and accuracy. So we are moving towards traditional methods to these coverts areas. And if we are going for this key technologies threes, this is the cyber securities in industry 4.0, where we are mainly concentrated on elevated risk exposure and critical protections. Fine. So now, in lots of this, everyone are using industry 4.0. Lots of customers are using this internet and all those things. So though we have to go for always there is a elevated risk exposures. Now you will see this the cyber threats like this digital attacks. Fine. Even we are doing for this safeguarding data and devices, because all are in the network. So we are working on these things for taking. This is an era of now. This is an era of this cyber securities, because cyber risks are expanding dramatically, and we required uh, robust cybersecurity, because there is no options for those things. Even the governments are doing this in these areas. They are setups. They are trying to set us for every 5 kilometers. They have some cyber cells, so that we can imperatively protect valuable data and maintain operational integrities. Now, this is the future of Industry 4.0, where what we are doing, we are considering all the core technologies, and mainly we are considering for all the SDG goals that are defining. Means all these four are doing this AI, IoT, and robotics, the smart factories, continuous optimization, and digital twins analytics. So these are the main core area where future of Industry 4.0 is moving. Now we are moving towards for Industry 4.5.0 also, because we are including certain parameters like global warming and all those things. So we go for these things also, and digital twins analytics are little bit. If you see the movies that your simultaneous projects are there, and the digital twins are for the building purpose and all those things. We are going for this digital twins activities also parallelly, and if we are talking about the application in industry, fine. So here mainly we considered all the things that are related to the customer. So we are moving toward smart manufacturing because here we understand how to predict the maintenance and how to automate this thing by reducing the time, and the demand and supplies are to be maintained accordingly uh, based on the supplies and demand ratios. That the Robinsons say that uh, if the demand increases, fine, then the supplies will be go in the same way that are there. Now the healthcare advancements are also using in nowadays this industry 4.0, because all this X-rays machines and all this MRIs are to be done through the robotics, where we are able to diagnose and all the these things, because this minute things are not errors based on this 4.0. So all them things are automated right now. Only as humans beings, we have to monitor these things, how they are working and these things. Finally, the logistic optimizations depend upon the power of this supplies and these things. The supply chain managements are effectively is going on. This is also one of the factors in SDG, uh, Sustainable Development Goals. Finally, that is not mentioned here. We are already moving towards this education industry also, because now the students, you already aware that in every semester you have to go for the DTI and this thing. What we are doing, we are totally aligned, and we fight between this the era of industry 4.0, and we have to work for the different sectors. In the futures, what the educations and this UGC and the AICTs are going for, they aligned with your projects base only. Fine. So all of you must concentrate, because we are moving towards the potential futures developments. Fine. And I hope so. You consider a small problem. So, for example, now you will find after this 2019 to 2025, even all the students are indulges in this creating and the apps and all these things, or finding a small problem statement. These are very crucial. Fine. Therefore, we are going for this Make in India and all those things concepts, because we are in these things. This is from the manufacturing. Now we are moving through a creating an agents. Fine. It is a mixtures of hardware and softwares and these things. So you should align every aspects. Now this is not the things that you only understand only the computer science. You have to align with this electronics, electricities, and even biological and microbiological also things, because we are in the era of this industry of 4.0. Fine. The tools and the technologies that we are using right now for the development, we are using this TensorFlow, PyTorch, Azure, AI, AWS, and machine learning models. These are this for these things. You can go for the Keras, and these are the platforms where Jupyter's. You are using this because there is no requirement for the high GPUs and CPUs were already they are available in this Google Colabs. So yeah, you can use the different tools and technologies for developing models. Now, in the cases of cloud computing, we are moving toward this scalable infrastructures, where the workloads are to be balanced in the form of size, storage, and these things. And the third one, we are moving toward the robotics automations, where the integrations of advanced robotic systems are being done. So at least you aware this leading software tools, hardware, and platform that power AI industry for these things. And if you are these things, these are the tools that are going for the research. Fine. So almost dear students, you know that these tools are available to you, but the problem statements are defined by you. Fine. So for these are only for information gathering. Fine. Summarization is a tool, idea generations. Fine. Right research contents, but these tools are only for expedites your work, not for making all the projects on based on this. These are the drawbacks, because if the machines are doing everything in this AI, So these maybe create a problem for both the say industry evolutions and these things, because someone writing a code in the chat GPT, even you are aware that in the if you're using this Google Colab and Jupyter's and these things, they can generate all the programs. For generating the things, these tools are not given to you. Understand? If the concepts are above your power, if you are understanding the base concepts, then you have to for your the multimodal inputs. Fine. So first, this is the chat GPTs that is going for these things. And this is the advanced conversational AI. Now we are moving to GPT 5.1, 6.1 also, where they are able to go for this reasoning analysis also. Fine. So mainly these tools we can use for this chat GPT, Cloud AI, Bing Chat, Clear Scope, Market News, and Perplexity. And even when the deep fakes are going on that time, it will create issues regarding these things. Fine. Bing Chat is a search assistant tools where they can use these imaginations with the help of DALI. So these are the tools that we have introduced here. So at least they are uh, uh, free for certain days, and after that you can use again these things. If you talking like this, one tools that are not here, that is called Whisper. And these things, what they are doing, what the text that we were showing at that time, they converted an analysis, and based on this, for example, you are prompting this, create a this app for our class notes where we can assign anything, and the notes are prepared accordingly. And even you want to solve what the student are doing, they can take a pictures of this, and based on this image lens, they can get all the answers. Fine. But finding the answer is not for these things, dear student, to try to concentrate on your core concepts. Fine. These tools, when you understand everything, then you can play with this. Fine. These are like a toy for you. If you understand the concepts, then you can make a bigger things, and the concepts are now. This is the clear scope research tools for ranking and keyword optimizations. Market Muse, if you want to write some gap analysis or content planning, you are doing things. And Perplexity, I never say that. These are the most powerful for writing everything. And this is also a search engines where you are using these things. These are the image tools. If you're going for these things, these are mainly for creating an image, editing visuals, and generate design with the AI. uh, Segmite, Zapier, Leap, Clarify, GenCraft, and Midjourneys. I always this use because this is Zapier, because they can use for the marketing and productivity purpose also, because when the strategies are knowing on what we will do. But for the Segmite, if you have something designed for the branding, you can use the Segmites. Fine. And if you want to identify image and classification, earlier we are using for what? We are using for the Google list. Then what they are doing, they identify the image, and the similar things are to be going on. But for Clarify is mainly for security and face restrictions. They can identify, for example, two or three people persons have the same attributes that are doing the same thing. So the Clarify AI will distribute in the three parts where the images are missing, and it is for this. In GenCraft, it will generate realistic images and video from prompts. If you write a prompts on this, and they will definitely generate images. And the Mid Journey, this is the mainly industry leading journals where we are using for graphics, posters, and creative artwork. Uh, and these Mid Journeys are mainly taken care by the industry, where they have to generate some design and architectures posters for the working identifications. Uh, the next tools is copywriting tools, and it is mainly for writing blogs, social media posts, ads, and scripts, and word tune improvement and rewriting tools. And if you're writing some AI blocks based on some keywords, they can use we can use this right sonic also in the parallelly. Fine. And if you want to copy the contents by given by some industry for crayons and writers and all those things, then you have to use this copy AI. And copy AI is not preferable, but you have to transform, you have to understand what the social media and post and ad and script given by this marketing industry giants. Crayons, content insights for designing, you can use this Insight 5.0 and everything. Writer is budget friendly AI content generator because the charges are very less. And Surface CEO, they will give you a high rank content ranking in Google's by understanding all this meta tag. What is the Surface CEO's main task to apply a high rank content, and how this high rank content is to be done by making this robot.txt files. That is all the keywords are there, even the meta refreshing and all those things are done. Therefore, if you want to generate your university's websites or even your personals, then you go for the Surface SEO. All of you are happy for this thing, chatbot tools, chatbot.com. You can clearly prepare this chat fuse and Ahanic AI voice plus this Love AI, Liver Birds, and Sonic. Sonic is a very good one because we have to add one some audios and this is, and if you go for this Instagram, they are using this Sonic mainly for additions of this thing, and even for the logo AI where you have to convert your text to speech and then you have to make a voice cloning. So what you will find during this introductions of these things, you have many tools. Fine. Parallelly, they are what they are doing. They are mimicking your all these steps. Fine. So this is very dangerous. So we are moving to the cyber securities. If anyone is copying, and even you find in the earlier days, all the political issue, or even this, the fault, the defaulters and the false images and the grantees and audios are shared parallelly. Fine. And next, if you are moving towards this SEO tools, fine. Already one tools that were already I told you that the SEO suffers in the previous slides. Fine. It also enhance performance ranking and keyword optimizations if you are working on this the websites or web applications, or even you are using this portal and portlet. So these tools are identifying fine blog SEO. It's simply SEO friendly articles are given. Siona AIs optimizes for the beginners, subsets keyword analysis, competitor tracking. Keyword analysis means, for example, all the this if you're going for the educational sites, all of you know I am the best universities in this area, or I am the first ranking on based on some certifications given by not by the NAC and NIR, but whenever using this keyword analysis, you will find that these things are to be missing. This sub starts is also this is by default if you are buying some web space or something. These tools are to be easily available. VDQ, this is also the this is SEO tools for the creators. Where you find it that if you use this, at least you are able to like and dislikes, and these things are to be done based on this. What lifts turns content into the structured data. It is mainly when we are analysis, deep analysis on these things. Fine. Early AI, this is the automations of websites. Fine. So these are the main these overviews. Definitely, you can go one by one, and it will be provided for free for 2 or 3 days and 5 days, and they for all these articles and the contents that you are using one by one. Fine. This is beneficially for you for generating PPTs, videos, and slides using AI. Fine. So deck toppers. Uh, Here, auto-generated presentations are to be done by writing your keywords and what you are wanting. They will provide till 21 slides. Fine. And after that, you have to make the additions on this text. Even you can use for the Canva also. Canva is also inculcated with this presentation tools based on this AI prompts, these things. If you want to create a video presentations, then you go for this videoed.
Fine. Uh, and for designing AI, for example, you're interested for designing a logo, banner, and video design creators, you could go for this design AI. And Gamma AI now, this is the most hated. Everyone are using this Gamma AI because they are creating a modern presentations. All this impetus and all those things are to be done, and they definitely drastic ways. So I prefer you can use this Gamma AI, and already I think you are acquainted with these things. If you have this Lumens AI camera base that you already see that nowadays everyone is preparing a videos for a certain stories. Now they are creating a stories like new stories, even demystifying this Panchtantrata and Amarchit Katha. They create their own by these things. What you have to write, you have to write only the three prompts. The actor or the creators who are there, for example, you write mother, fathers, grandmothers, and the childs. Then second steps, you have to write the titles of these things. For example, you write picnics, fine, or you write a moral story, and the last you have to define whether it is an ancient base or the modern base. If you type these things in this Luminous and this Gamma AI, they will create a very beautiful these things to you for preparing these things. So you will definitely you see this. There are lots of bombardment of AI videos in Instagrams and these things because they are using this presentation tools. So how to those things, the reels by reels, this is now you may say that this is the era of reels. What they are doing, they are not doing this AI tools. What their benefits are, they are only for capturing uh, the what you call the capturing this all the emotional tags or the what the present days you are doing. So these things are only this presentation tools not for this purpose. This presentation tools is for what you have done for a long enhancement and creating the sites based on your area of interest and where you are making your career and all those things. Fine. Already I made this log AI tools. You can use Logasters, Brandmark, Logo AI, Luca. I preferably use this Luca. Fine. Because it will create a very beautiful and even you go for this editing are very easy in this cases. Audio tools overuse, when you go for this audio tools, you can use the Descript where you want to edit the audios, 11 Labs, industry leading AI voice cloning. If you want to clone some words because your pictures is there and some actors or some politicians voice you want to clone these things, then you can use this 11 Labs. There are lots of tools, but I won't prefer you are here because all of you are the this BTech students. So try to use in ethical way. Fine. Alphaphonic audio enhancement and noise detections. If noises are going, you can do those things. And Logo AI, natural voice generations for videos. You upload what videos and accordingly you have to go for the prompting all those things. Fine. These are the marketing tools. Sendbird, Simplified, Try Pencils, and ad copy. So the main sandbox is for customer communications, where you can go for these things one by one, and type answers and ad copies are to be done accordingly. Now, this TensorFlow, this is the open Google open source powerhouse, and it comes in this to launching mainly highly this thing. This is the backbone of Google's because all this Google Translate, Google Photos, and after this you can use this experiment Google AI. Right? Here, many simulations models have to be done because it will support CPUs, GPUs, and TPUs, all those things. So even you go for certifications for the understanding this, you go for Google's and these things, where you can understand how this Google Translate is working, how this Photos are capability, this robust capabilities, because within nanoseconds your photos are uploaded on these things. So and the second, this is the researcher favorite AI framework. This is called the PyTorch, where all this mainly used for natural language processing and computer visions. It is also called the front end of AI research because they are accepted by globally. because they can do this computations graph very easily. Fine. And if you are only statistical data you are using, then you go for Julia. All of you are acquainted with this language or not, but at least after the sessions you can search for this, uh, because the students are only concentrated on Python and R, but Julia are mainly for if you are a large sets of data, then the compile times and everything are very minimum in effect to this. This is a third language that is called the Julia. Fine. If we are moving to the case studies, fine. Many insights, strategies, and challenges are going on. For example, when we are creating a robots, and if you want to do this, the only one and two or three or four lines, and only the task, one a single task is a model. Fine, if you are going for this thing. So, for example, if you are creating this Siri or something else, if you are going for this hi, hello, or something, then only one component is not necessary. They can be inculcated with all the human behaviors. Fine. So the challenges and these things are to be done accordingly. Uh, if you say that in the manufacturing, BMW Group, fine, they have generated welding tasks for SUV frames, fine, and they are using for rectify mistakes in real time. Improving efficiency, but minimum errors, but the cost is so high. Even you find this PepsiCo, Fritlole, automatic quality assurance. What they are doing, they have give the access the person peels potatoes. If some potatoes, they can check textures, ensure consistency and product qualities. Again, AI data is projected to save over $1 million annually in the United States alone. Many companies are using in this. In the General Electric, GE also using for predictive maintenance. What they are doing, they are making a sensor for industrial turbines to predict potential breakdown before they occur. This is the most for the securities purpose and these things, because sometimes they reduce the unplanned downtime. The GU increased 100% to 11% increase in work productivity during AR smart glass pilots for assembly instructions. So AR is mainly used for identifying these things. Airbus, defect detections and supply chain optimizations. Airbus is also this using this Industry 4.0 using the form of sensors to provide earlier warning of potential failures in this Airbuses for managing buffers. The benefit is that the company reduced lead time by 20% and decreased missing part by 4 units, improving production consistency and efficiency. So these are in the cases if you are going for the machine manufacturing. And if we are going for the case study supply chain logistics, so DHL is mainly used for warehouse automations. And the order cycle time after taking this reduces up to 50% and providing up to twice the picking productivity gain. They are using this AMRs, automatic mobile robots for tracking and moving inventory alongside human workers. But the parallel human workers and they are doing, and automatically they learn what the steps and where you have to put this most efficient travel routes for this. But you can create a small model by using this. Amazon, they are using demand forecasting inventory management. Fine. Based on your data sets of the supply, the sales trend, social media output, they can predict a pattern and they can manage inventory levels because no one knows how many these customers are buying this iPhone 17.0 and what is the supply in this. These things have to be managed based on the previous listings. So this precision prevent both out stocking and stockouts and streamline operation efficiency in fulfillment centers. If you are going for this healthcare, this is the most important, and the student are working many on this, and they have invented very good projects. That what I have identified. This is also a track of smart hackathon. Also, they are using this transport and healthcare. Also, the student always come with a new ideas because at least you have to involve in these things. What they are doing in this BJC healthcare, they adopted the combinations of IoT and RFID to manage this medical supplies, what are the requirement, labor intensive inventory checks, and the amount of keep stock outside 23%, leading to estimated ongoing of $5 million annually. The case studies 4 that we are discussing is automotive engineering. Team Penske Racing, they are using for the digital twins for product development. Because there is sensor on the physical car, they collect the real time and based on the new designs optimize the performance in the virtual environment. The this also make an outcome for speed up the development process, reducing testing cost, and allow for rapid. The foremost the Ford is using for energy efficiency, and and here what we have seen that the AI system suggested energy saving opportunities, significantly boosting overall productions. Fine. For examples, why this hands-on is mainly learning for matters for AI industry and 4.0. The mainly challenges is scaling challenges, bridging the gap, and empowering innovations. Fine. Because 70% of organization is struggling to effectively scale their industry 4.0. Fine. And some training are especially required. For what purpose? This is the crucial gap between the cutting edge technologies and the measurable business impact. So if you study this for empowering innovations, we have to go for have a innovate with the confidence whether we are building these products and is it some buyers are there, then you have to go for these things. And your next step is to equip with your team, fine, and go for the drive innovations and gain a competitive edge based on your choices. Then convert this pilot products into the scalable products. You have to make a small product and then go for this joint features. Who are your customer, and you have to go for this thing. Fine. Thank you. Now, with reference to
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening and insightful session. Your deep knowledge of artificial intelligence, innovation frameworks, and industry applications have truly broadened our perspectives. Now we will open the floor for a brief Q&A session. Participants may raise their questions or drop their questions in the chat.
if there are no more questions, I wish to say thank you for your patience listening. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sita. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Sir, you need to wait for some more minutes.
Okay. Okay.
I want to extend our heartiest gratitude to Professor Satyajee Srivastava sir for sharing his perspective and inspiring us with such a rich and impactful session. Thank you so much, sir. We would also like to express our heartfelt thanks to all our prestigious and esteemed dignitaries present with us, Dr. 𝐓𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐿aXMI ma'am, our IC convener, Dr. Pranav Das sir, Dr. Nidhi Jan ma'am, for their continuous support and guidance. Also, a special appreciation to our organizing team of IIC and all our enthusiastic participants for contributing to the success of this.
Okay, with the permission of the convener, can I also say something?
Yes, sir, you can. Thank you, Satyajee, sir.
First of all, please. Thanks. First of all, thanks a lot to Professor Satyajee Srivastava. Just a small revelation is that Professor Satyajee Srivastava and me, so now starting next year, so we will be entering in our first decade of our utmost friendship and, and a tight bond, right? So it's a privilege and honor for me, and when on such a short notice, I would like to thank Professor Srivastava that he has accepted our invitation. And I mean, by delivering today's talk, so he has, I'm sure he has enlightened and he has motivated all the young minds present here and the old hogs also, which we are so present here. And I mean, these topics are the trends of the society, and these are also the topics which give you many insights if you research thoroughly, as Professor Srivastava has said, and he has highlighted. So I would also second his words and encourage the students out there, and also my fellow researchers, that we should explore this area, and whatever domain we are in. So these tools are very much powerful, and they will work. And I mean, I have also made use of some of the tools, so which sir has was describing. So I mean, again, a big thanks to Professor Srivastav, and
Thank you.
let the bond grow,
Mhm.
and the decades also grow that bond. So thank you so much, sir. And now I think you can enjoy your day, rest of the day. Okay, so thank you so
Uh,
much. And
Thank you, dear, all the organizing team, especially ma'ams and Pranav sir, director IQAC, professors, principals, as Nabi sirs. So I'm definitely the platform that I've given, and now we are not in the form of AI 14.0. We are in the later 20s. Our friendships never were to be converted in the form of tools. Thank you, Subhaga Lakshmi Singh ma'am, and Kushati Wise ma'am, and Nabi ma'ams, and all this organizing team for this events. Thank you, and the futures we are in connect with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Really, this is a insightful session, and we will meet in offline in your campus in near future. I will. Our team will contact you soon, sir. Thank you so
Thank,
much, sir.
thank you.
thank you.
And thanks to Ishita also for conducting
Thank you,
all these
Ishita.
things, and her team, Abhishek, and other people.
Yes.
Yes, and thank you, Sabaga Lakshmi ma'am and Nidhi ma'am.
Thank you, Pranav sir, Niti ma'am, and all faculty members. Participants, you can fill your feedback form, then you can get your certificates also. Thank you so much. You can end this meeting.